All right, we're in it. Bam.
Boom.
What's up, boys?
Something, man.
Episode 106. We got Eiros in the studio.
Oh, shit.
What up? up.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got some Panda going over there. Got some Heineken. Liquid Panda.
It's a gurgling in my tummy.
Oh, that's not all of where it was gurgling.
Zach got a little taste of it.
May have ripped the seat earlier. I don't know. Heard
I can taste it. I can taste it in my mouth. The
can
onions.
taste it. I mean, you guys are up and close. Just
Eh.
hanging out.
Not the first time.
Yeah.
Definitely not going to be the last either.
No. How could it be? The dynamic trio.
Spend a lot of time close to each other,
Yeah.
Yeah.
half naked.
I mean, that's the only way, right?
Mainly just Kevin, but
Hey, I've been good. I've been keeping my shirt on.
For about a quarter of the set.
Yeah.
2 songs maybe.
Yep.
2 songs.
2 songs and it's off.
Well, we definitely have a hell of a show thanks to you guys tonight.
Oh, it's going to be a big one.
Yeah. It's going to be a doozy.
We're going to have a good time, man.
Got some exclusive content going on later.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what time are we doing that?
Probably about 20 till 9, I would imagine.
20 till 9.
somewhere
20
in
till
there.
9.
Probably
8:40.
8:40,
For those of
yeah.
you that don't know
8:40.
math.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that was me.
8:40.
I was like 20 till 9. 20 till 9. 20 till 9. God, someone just say it. So,
He
Yeah.
tries to sound smart.
yeah. Well, actually.
Well, it also depends on what time zone you're in, actually.
Yeah.
Because it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. So, I'm running solo tonight. So this is my
Solo, your balls are dragging
Yeah.
on the ground.
yeah, they are. This is my first time podcasting solo. So
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're glad to break that cherry.
yeah. If I didn't
I
have any
mean-
guests in the studio, it'd just be really weird and probably only 20 minutes.
I've been
well,
known
20
to
seconds.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. And
I've been known to bust a few cherries. So
bust a few cherries. Oh God, what did I do?
Oh, you're definitely going to be thinking that later.
I don't know.
Why the hell did I agree to this?
So for people that don't know, Eiros, you're from here in Lafayette, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised, or kind of around the
do we
area?
Do we want to go down the line? We could start here and then go this way.
yeah, I mean that's fine.
Why do I have
Yeah.
to be the end?
I mean
Because if you look at the screen, you're on the far right, so it makes more sense.
yeah. I mean everybody should know
Guess
who
I'll
I
just
am.
take it all.
Malice, Kevin. You know I beat the Skins in this band.
Beat the
Not
skins.
not just in the band either.
Yeah. You know if you get lucky after a show one night.
You're gonna
But I was raised in Delphi for the most part. I branched off, went to Texas for a little while.
Oh damn! I
Came
didn't
back.
know that.
Yeah. But for the most part, when I came back, I started playing with these goons. So
Yeah.
the Dickman brothers, I mean,
And then through us, that's how you met
Finney
this guy.
and everybody around pretty much. So, I mean, episode 13, you have
Oh yeah, that's
have
way
me
back.
on Wolves on Bears. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that happened.
Yeah, we did that here, but we did it downstairs.
Yeah.
In the living room.
When there wasn't a video, it was
Yeah,
just
it was.
Mike
Yeah.
sat on your nice couch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was pretty chill.
I mean, he offered me some, you know.
Oh, I know very well what Matt likes to offer.
Would you like some cookies?
Yeah.
Freshly baked.
Um,
Would you like to see my snow globe?
And what a collection it was.
most of your like regular viewers should know me by now because
Yeah.
I think I'm probably close to the one who holds the record for the most like
Appearances Yeah.
on this podcast at one point or another. Either be it with like when I did like my solo stuff. That was before the video
Yeah.
days.
That was just before we went to video too.
Yeah, and then I've been on with the band he and I were in when we did our little reunion podcast
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
OHR.
that was wild.
Yeah.
So
which-
wild it's not up right now.
Yeah.
it somehow disappeared. I don't know what happened.
I still have the file.
No, and then I was here with ACD.
There's a lot of things that need to be redacted out of that.
Yeah.
Which this guy, when he was talking about earlier, as far as like playing with me and my brother, he played with us in ACDN for years. So that was another thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't really feel like I had to really introduce myself that much at this point.
Right. Everybody's like, that guy looks familiar.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's that guy that replaced Grant that one time.
That was really weird when I couldn't do the podcast, and it was your brother and Cody.
Yeah,
So they were running the helm, and then I was over there because we were doing the post-traumatic stuff.
yeah.
And that was weird.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Being
being on the other side.
Other side of it, yeah.
Yeah. I'm over there. I'm like, come on, turn that mic up.
Well, that's like with us doing like.
But they got it. They did good.
Yeah, it's like us with like doing, with the ACDN reunion that we've been starting to get put together for the end of this year, and like we've been doing a lot of vlogs and stuff, and I've been shooting a lot of those and like editing them, and it's kind of like for me, I'm so used to like wanting to get footage of everybody else that I a lot of times forget to get footage of just me,
Right.
because I'm the one usually behind the camera, so it's like
Yeah.
and then it feels weird when the camera's on me, so it's like
And
It's
you're
like when I do my photography stuff,
yeah.
I'll take pictures of other people all the time.
Hey,
and
hey,
like, when
wait
you
your
get
turn. Nobody knows who you are yet.
I'm like, I don't like my picture taken. I'll just take the pictures.
wait your turn. Nobody knows who you are yet.
You go sit in your corner.
Malice's corner didn't happen today.
No, the camera died.
Fucking camera.
And now.
God.
Okay, and your turn.
I'm Finney. I'm originally from the Attica area, and then when I was 19, I moved in with this shithead and his roommates, and we started Our Hero Returns. Then that was the first time I really played bass in a band, because I always played drums before that. And then Neil left, and we started A Riot Within. And then
I left.
Then you left, and there were some other changes and stuff, and then it became California Caller, and I was in that for a few years.
Yeah, and then you kind of stopped and went on.
Yeah, I stopped playing for a while. I got a big boy job and did some big boy things.
So
And, and then when Zach started this project up, he's like, well, let's just do a 2-piece. And I'll do the guitar and you can do drums. I was like, all right. And that didn't pan out. And then, he's like, how about you get on bass again? I was like, how about okay?
How about okay?
About okay.
yeah, I mean that's kind of. I mean, probably jump into the next thing you were going to ask is like where all this kind of came from, like as far as where Eiros itself came from.
Out of Zach's ass.
It really did, actually.
It's just a fart.
Yeah, I mean, and if anyone who's ever seen us live or heard us would probably agree with that.
It's a lot of noise.
It really all started as just a way for me to get out of this little box I'd put myself in, because I'd been writing the same kind of music for years, and so I'm like, okay, I was really inspired by Josh Scoggin and what he did with 68, like with just him and a drummer, and I was like, holy shit, you can do that with just 2 people, and I thought I want to try to put myself in that position to just write with only 2 instruments and see how creative I can get with just 2 instruments and not writing like I had been with ACDN, where I was writing, 5-6 pieces, intertwined together.
It's like lines intertwining. Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of like in the first EP in particular that came out in 2014. That I think I wrote and recorded most of that in like a week.
Oh,
and
really?
Then, yeah, and then I was running things through him as far as to see what he liked about it and what his suggestions were, and then.
And that's really where the second one started to come out.
Yeah, actually, I started writing the second one right as I released the first one.
because we had some talks about the first one, and then threw some ideas out there, and then you just ran with it. So.
Yeah, and then the idea for the Great War EP, which is the second one, was when we first really. I mean, from the beginning, you and I had talked about like doing concept ideas, like wanting to tell stories or wanting to have a theme to something.
Yeah.
And so with the Great War, it was like I was like, hey, at this point, this was 2015, so we were right at like the 100-year anniversary of like the start, 2014, 2015 of the start of World War One.
Right.
So it was like,
I remember Ed brought up something about like trying to find old love letters or something like that.
yeah,
using
and,
excerpts
yeah.
from
And
that.
so it was like, I just suddenly got inspired. Like, okay, let's see what we can do with this as a theme. And so that's like where all of that EP came from. But nothing had ever been played live. In fact, I wasn't ever sure it would get played live.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, it started out as like a studio.
yeah, it
project.
was just a studio thing, and then it was early this year, actually, when there was all the talk about the Not Your Father's Hardcore Festival, and we were going to be playing with Post Traumatic,
Right.
before you fucked up your hand and
Yeah.
all that.
Fucking work.
And
work, right?
yeah, that's what it was.
As soon as I walked into that, I'd be like, what are you doing? Jerking off too much? Like 4 people. As soon as I walked in. Yeah, that's it.
So I've heard that 61 is the limit.
But yeah, so I mean that was when I got a hold of them with that and was like, hey, could we possibly jump on and do an Eiros set? Because Robert had heard the stuff before, because obviously I was doing that before I went and started playing for King's Gambit.
Right.
So he had already heard some of that stuff before then, and he's like, "Oh, you're actually gonna be able to pull it together and get people to do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." And he's like, "All right." And so really, I approached Kevin like had always been down. In fact, you had asked me about it a few times, like, "Are you
Yeah.
ever gonna do it live? Are you ever gonna do it live?" Like,
Yeah.
and then when I finally just kind of bit the bullet and was like, we're going to do this, that was when I got a hold of him again and was like, are you still down to do this live? Or you want to, come out of retirement? And
F&A cut. F&A.
oh yeah, he was chomping at the bit, ready to go for this again. And
It's been a while.
nobody do it. Don't do it. Don't.
What?
Okay. I knew what you were that look on your face after you said it's been a while. I was like, don't anybody do it. Don't you dare sing that.
What, Aaron Lewis?
Yeah, I was like, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm trying to think like the first time the three of us actually got together to jam.
Is that Kevin's old house?
Yeah, it was at his old place. Because you and I had been doing it for a little while before he came, right? Like,
Yeah. I was
Right.
going over to Zach's and playing on his electronic.
Oh
kit
yeah,
for
no,
a
we
while.
did do it once.
That actually, you're right. The
Yeah.
first time was at my place with my
Yeah.
electric kit. That's right.
Mhm. And then we're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
You're like, that's a lot of bullshit.
It's like it sounds too good. It sounds too like it's not supposed to sound this.
Is
clean.
it easier to move an electric set versus, an acoustic set?
Yeah, I mean, you could just fold it up and carry it. I could carry the whole thing by myself,
Yeah.
all put together. But I mean, the downside is that
It's very processed sounding.
very. I mean, which is good for certain styles if that's
Yeah.
what you want. But this is not that. I mean, this is dirty. Like,
Dirty.
dirty,
Right.
dirty,
very dirty.
noisy.
The snare needs to be dirtier. Puts dirt
So
on
makes
it.
me. It makes me. Do you remember that old SNL bit back when it was it Sarah Michelle Gellar was on there way back in like early 2000s when they were making fun of the Christina Aguilera dirty video.
Oh,
And she's all
yeah.
like, it just ain't dirty enough.
Dirty.
It's just not dirty enough.
Yeah. Make me more dirty.
But so that's kind of like where it started, and like I think pretty much, especially once we started practicing at your old place, that was when it was like, oh fuck yeah, this is definitely gonna
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Like, and I think we practiced a good couple of months at least.
Yeah.
Before we actually finally did that
Yeah.
first set there.
And I can only practice every other weekend, but
Yeah.
as long as they're together, I can jump in and swim with them.
Yeah. So
As long as we're together.
Well,
Which
that-
I mean, Zach and I have played together so much.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to live together and we'd play. I mean, we just sit around and record all night and stuff like that. So I kind of know where he's going with things half the time. I can just kind of read.
you don't
where he's
even
going.
like a lot of
So-
times it's actually kind of scary because I could be there like, okay, so in the next part, and you're like, I already know. Yeah, you're gonna do this. I'm like, how the fuck do you know this?
Yeah, when you connect with, when you're writing and you connect like that,
I think honestly, though, with
you'll
him,
just pump songs out.
He gives me the annoyed face though, because he's just like, that's fucking predictable for you, right? like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Think
I
of something
remember.
different.
I remember when we were doing some of this stuff. We were sending files back and forth, and you sent me something. I was like, Dude, I knew the whole song from like the first riff. I need to change something up.
All right. Go back and change it.
Yeah, we were talking, the band we had on last week, Smoke Signals, we were talking about how like when you go in to do the writing process and everybody in the band just like connects and they know where you want to go with the song. And they were telling us that the album they were working on, they literally wrote 40 songs and just picked the
Yeah, I
best
saw that. I
ones.
was actually watching that episode. Like,
Yeah.
I saw the technical
said they just
difficulties
kept
you guys were
pumping
having and
them
stuff.
out.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, it was weird watching because I was like, oh, this is kind of like a kindred spirit here because it reminds me a lot of like that DIY stuff.
Yeah.
Is like very much like the world I
Yeah.
come from.
Yeah.
So and you know he comes from as well. So it's like I was like, oh yeah, I get this. I know this very well. Like, and when you can connect with people, like it makes it so much better. And I think for this in particular, it works. I mean, I can only really speak for myself, but I feel like this works so well. Like I was telling, was it you I was talking to the other day about how it's like, I love the fact that like with you guys, I don't have to think about what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like I
You can just
trust
feel
these
it.
guys completely. And I
Yeah.
know that they know what they're doing. They know the feel of the band. They know what we're doing. We're all kind of unified on it. So it's like, I don't have to worry about it,
Right.
Yeah.
which is nice.
I can't move around as much as I used to, though.
It's because you're fucking old, dude.
No. But I'm the youngest one in this band, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's just a number.
Are you?
It's about how you
How
feel.
old are you?
I'm like 2 months younger than you.
2 months.
Bullshit.
I don't want to talk about how old I am. So
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, no one wants to talk about that.
then my tendonitis has been acting up.
My dancer's hip.
No, it used to be, man. Like I remember playing in Delphi. I climbed up like a 6-foot scaffolding and jumped off the damn thing. But now, like,
If you do
nope.
that now as an adult, you die. That's what happens.
well, dude, I've noticed like even some
That
of the
took me a
shows,
week to recover from.
some of
Yeah.
the shows that we've played, there have been a couple of them where like I went a little harder than what used to just be the norm for me back in the day. And afterwards, I'm just like, "Fuck, dude, that
Yeah.
that actually
Play shows
hurts."
like, oh, my neck hurts. My back
After
hurts.
after you guys played at Not Your Father's, you were like,
Oh, it was so fucking hot though,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, dude.
yeah.
It was like
It was torture.
ridiculously hot up
And we've
there.
been sitting in our merch tent all day.
Yeah.
Which had no
Yeah.
air movement.
Yeah,
Dude, that was seriously the worst sunburn I've ever had in my entire life.
you were baked.
Dude, well, I was wearing that brace too, and I took it off, and it was just like from here to here was just white, just like
Yeah.
bright white.
Yeah,
Because before that, I didn't, go outside. So
no.
Sun hurts.
everybody's like, "You want some sunscreen?" Nah, I'll be fine.
We're good.
Left later, and I was a lobster.
It was a good day though.
Yeah,
I mean, aside from the heat, it was a pretty good day.
Yeah. It got to, I think it was like around probably 1 or 2. That's when it got like the hottest.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Well,
the
and
heat
we
was
didn't
just
even go
like-
on until we ended up not even going on until like 8 or something.
Oh,
Yeah, it
Like
was,
we were supposed to go on, like originally we were set to go on around 8, and then they moved us up to like 6, and then it kept getting bumped around.
Yeah.
Because like bands were dropping off the day of, fucking assholes.
Yeah.
And like, so it just kept getting bumped around, and then by the time we finally did go on, it was around 8. So we had already just been completely just baked by that sun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like he was saying, like where our merch tent was, like we thought, oh yeah, it'd be a great idea. Let's use the building as a way to block and set over here, and it was like there was no breeze whatsoever over there.
You walked in there like it's
It was
a
like
sauna.
oh, it was bad.
Sitting over there. How you doing? Doing fine.
Yeah. I ended up with like that crazy ass sunburn too because I was wearing my fucking ball
Oh
cap.
yeah. So yeah, just
And I wasn't thinking about it, and we hadn't even gone on yet. And like we go to go on, and I take it off, and I've got like this fucking line on my
and you're
head
like,
from-
oh shit,
It's like, damn it.
I look awesome.
Oh well, let's just do this.
Yeah.
And
It was very hot that day.
I was surprised at the response that we got even that day. Like there were some people that really seemed to be into it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was funny how like suddenly we just had a bunch of people like offering like, hey, you want to come play a show here, or hey, you want to do this or do that. And obviously like, we have a little bit of a scheduling, issue as far as like with you having one-on-one off as far as your weeks.
Yeah, every now and then I can get them off, but only if it's like a month or 2 in advance. But
Yeah, and so it's like, I was like starting to get all these things, and I was talking to these guys. I'm like, are you down to do this like more seriously, more than just this one show? Like, because now this is starting to come at us. Like people are offering us shows.
I will say that it was the first and only show that I've worn the tie.
Yeah. I don't wear the tie anymore either.
Dude, ties.
I think mine's like half. Well, not even half and half anymore. I
I've
think
done a lot since the first show.
like I've
I'm serious.
I've taken. I think at this point, like the last show we did, I didn't wear it at all.
No.
Yeah, we had a whole like.
But the last show we did was that Halloween show, and like basically Halloween show
Yeah.
out at
Bennett's.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I showed up
and,
right on time
Fest.
for.
and oh my god, of course, like this fucker in his like, let's get even more crazy and theatrical. Let's just make a mess. And
Yeah.
I'm sure some people have
Was
seen
that the one where it was like blood all over your
Oh
guitar
god,
and
it
your
was
snare
everywhere.
That's what I do actually. That's not just a Halloween thing.
No, but you went overboard
Oh,
because of
yeah.
it being a Halloween thing.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of fake blood around that area.
Oh, it was everywhere.
My drums were covered.
and- Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My shirt, like I think there's a post I put up on Instagram of like my
I
shirt
saw
and my
that.
guitar where it's just like splatter painted
I
across.
thought
the
maybe
whole
like you
front of
sneezed and. Oh God!
Fenny.
Hospital!
Fenny got it at the end of the set.
me. Yeah, that was probably the funniest because the whole time he's just like looking at him like, don't you fucking.
I walked up right behind him when he was, down on his knees.
Which is, let's face it, that's a pretty normal.
Starting to
spot.
say it, and you're like, "Oh wait."
And I spit blood all over him. It was pretty
Got me all
nice.
wet.
Yeah. So obviously, I get that from kind of like Gene Simmons. It's my homage to Gene. But
Yeah.
At the same time, I was telling him to explain everything the other day to him. I know it sounds weird, but you ever seen the movie Mountain Men? Got Charlton Heston in it.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so anyway, in that movie, he fights a Blackfoot Indian. And that Blackfoot Indian, when he goes to fight him, he paints his face all black. And at one point during the fight, he takes a chunk, like bites a chunk out of dude's arm, and there's blood everywhere, coming out of his mouth and stuff. It's actually where I got the idea to do that whole bit from.
Oh,
So,
yeah, because didn't you do like half?
Yeah, I do half my face black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool.
I make my own blood and everything.
Make your own blood?
I do.
Yeah, it's better when it's not straight freaking liquid sugar.
I use Caro syrup and red food dye.
That was we'll talk more about that later.
Grenadine.
I thought you were gonna be like, I just take it out.
Yeah, I got a company I go through. I get bags of blood sent to me.
I like to spread bloodborne pathogens.
Comes frozen.
It comes
Yeah.
frozen.
So it's nice and cool when it enters my mouth, It's like a popsicle,
Yeah, but blood.
Yeah.
It's a blood sickle.
Well, it's not as good as the time that we were playing in OHR and Zach hit me in the face with the
headstock.
The
yeah.
headstock of his
We were
guitar.
that was in Danville, wasn't it?
some
That's
yeah.
pretty
shithole-
metal, honestly.
Some shithole bar.
Yeah, we were playing the shithole bar in Danville, which you guys shouldn't have even been allowed into, but like.
We were working. We were allowed.
We were working.
Yeah, but like I love how the one bartender, she was like, "Anybody want any drinks?" Like she was like giving you like came out with like all those drinks, and like
Dude, I think you were the only one over 21.
yeah, and like everybody, you guys were all like, "Oh, I should probably," and then
I think I
you're
put-
like, somebody was just like, "Well, we're not even 21." She's just like, "So."
So take
"Really?"
the drinks.
Okay. well."
Okay. Can I get a lot of vodka?
I mean, we're past the statute of limitations on that one, so it's all good.
yeah, yeah, it's all good. It's all
I mean,
good.
that was 10 years ago.
That happened.
No, that was more than 10
More-
years ago.
that's like 12.
We
Yeah.
were in high school and we got to play in a bar like we weren't supposed to, but they were like, "You guys want to play?" Pff, yeah. Where? Pete's. It was called Pete's over there. I think where that Mexican restaurant is, across from Nine Irish Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was just Pete's, and it was a bar. We're like, "Yeah, we'll play. Where? Pete's." Mom. Can we play there? Yeah. We get there. Oh, this is a bar. You said yes.
You
So
already said yes.
we're here.
We're here now. They've expected. We can't back out the day of.
We're half
Mom.
loaded in, so
Like, we can't back out now.
yeah, can't back out now.
Drummer's already got his stuff up. It'd be a real pain in the
There was
ass
like
to take it all
4
down.
people in there. It's like 3 in the afternoon.
Dude, that's how, like,
We play and
that
there's
show
one
was.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the drunk guy in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, man!
Yeah.
That sounds good. And you hear, play some Freebird.
Yep. That's exactly what happened, actually.
Verbatim.
Yeah.
Always. Every
some
bar,
guy.
every bar you ever play
Yeah.
in. that happened.
Freebird!
That's like the last show I played with California Collar. We played some shithole bar in the middle of Illinois somewhere. It's like 5 people. Oh, that sucked.
My joke was to learn it and then actually play it, like the long ass solo. Just play the whole thing. People over there just like,
Damn it.
Why
Did you
did
stop
Way to
playing,
go, Bob.
yeah, Freebird. All right.
You see what you brought upon us?
Yeah, everybody be like, ah, Bob's cut off.
Get the fuck out of here, Bob.
Yeah, go home. I ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Go sleep it off in the bathroom.
My favorite song, man.
Yeah,
You don't even know who we are.
doesn't matter. You're playing it.
Hey, man, I've seen some crazy shit in some backwoods bars,
Oh, yeah.
bathrooms.
Yeah. I've seen some crazy shit out of like just venues in general.
Yeah.
Bag of crack outside of the Emerson Theater. That was epic.
Did I
Were you
tell
like,
I told the story
"That's
about
crack"?
the
I was in theory it with Brandon Allen, dude, and Dylan Carter from Gray Friends, and we was all huddled in a circle right outside the back of the Emerson Theater.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up against the wall, and there's just this bag of crack just sitting there. I'm like, hey, guys, there's a bag of crack right there. And they all turned around. Sure enough, the owner came out. He's like, I'll take care of this.
I bet he did.
He really did take care
Yes,
of it.
he did.
Did I tell this story on here before of like when we played the Emerson and the dude shocked his nuts with the car battery?
Oh, my
No.
God.
Oh
No.
my god. Was that with you? Were you with us on that? I'm trying to remember which band that was in.
I can't remember now, but I remember the story.
Like, so there was this homeless guy, and at the time, it's not quite like this now, but at the time, the Emerson Theater had a tattoo parlor right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's like a bar across the street and a bar around the corner.
Yes.
And all that. And so like, it's not uncommon in that neighborhood to have a few winos hanging around. And I don't even remember which band it was with that this happened. But
no, we played there so much.
There's one you played for, right?
yeah, I was playing a show that night, and we were out front, like just chilling out, like in between sets or whatever. And
Was that when we played with the Trenches?
that might have been the Trenches show, or it could have been the Kingston Falls.
Oh yeah,
one
yeah.
That we
Good old
did.
Kingston Falls.
Right?
Yeah.
Played with them at the Morton Center.
Yeah, we did 2 of them back to back with them when they did their album release. We played their album release
They
show
think
here in town.
Pain is Our Forgiveness in their album.
Yeah, and then not us, and like
Whatever, man.
Although to be fair, I think they started playing with shows with us after they had already like sent those off to the presses to be made. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
It's all Squire's fault.
No, all Squire.
It is Squire's fault.
But yeah, so
Also,
and make a long story short, there was this fucking homeless dude out front, just off of his fucking rocker, and there was a big ass full size Dodge Ram truck sitting out front with jumper cables hooked to it, and running.
I was there for this. I
and
remember this now.
and they were sitting out front, and they was like, $50 to fucking zap yourself with the car battery. We'll give you $50.
Step right up.
And then somebody's like, I'll give you $100 if you fucking zap your nuts. And he's like, I'll
dude.
do it, man. I'll fucking do it. And we're like, oh my God. So this crowd forms around this truck. This homeless dude, like, just. There were
Man.
sparks flying and shit.
I think that was the Kingston
Sparks
Falls.
were flying.
Sparks were flying and shit. And we're just like, everybody, like, I'm literally like, most of the crowd turned around, oh, and just started walking away.
People throwing money.
I'm like, he fucking, I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, I pulled double duty at that show because I had to fill in on bass for P-Off.
That's right. That was that night.
Yeah.
That was the same night. Didn't that same night that Todd got the, or no, was it
Todd wasn't there.
It
Because
wasn't Todd. It was, oh, fuck.
we played with Trenches that night.
No.
too, wasn't
It was, yeah. Who was it that got the fucking dolphin tattoo
Oh,
that night
I don't remember.
on his hand? Who was it that got the? There was one of the guys that used to hang out with us all the time. I can't remember. There was the whole crew of people that would hang out. It was one of them that did it
Dolphin tattoo.
with that tattoo parlor right next door.
Yeah.
Went in there and it was like they were doing like, I don't know, like $30 tats or something.
Yeah,
something.
choose something off the wall. Type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, and he got a fucking dolphin on his hand.
jumping through a hoop.
On fire. Metal.
A hoop on fire.
But
Dolph Lundgren jumping through riding a dolphin. That's
Dolph
actually a good
riding a
idea.
dolphin.
Yeah. Dolph Lundgren riding a dolphin. That'd actually be a cool tattoo.
I just want to make a meme now that just says dolphin, and it's just going to be like Dolph with a fucking fin on his back.
I thought of a good one a couple of years ago. I was like, Al Gore, and then like has rhythm, algorithm.
Nice.
And then somebody's already on it.
Man.
Bastards.
I know. I was like, damn, my one shot at stardom. Meme stardom.
It could have gone viral, man.
Could have.
I don't even think that went viral because, I'd never seen it, but
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Algorithm. It's just Al Gore up there dancing.
Man Bear Pig lives.
Man, bear pig.
Super serial, you guys.
So here in about 4 minutes, we're going to be getting into something special.
Very special, actually.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's not my pants.
Then you would know viral. What's it like to be viral? Welcome to my pants party.
The party with the pants. The pants party.
Brick, are you asking me?
You killed a guy with a trident.
Are you asking me?
I killed a guy with a trident.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Brick. You might want to lay low for a while. Maybe go stay with your parents. See, as that grenade, he's out there just like, Brick, are you saying that there's a party in your pants and I'm invited to it? That's it. So yeah, about that special content.
Special content, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
We was going to bone our girlfriends.
we like when we originally set up the idea of coming on and doing this was several months back, and anytime that I bring a project of mine here, like I always want to do something special, so it's not just like me being boring here. Like,
Right. We're like, hey, just here.
yeah, it's the same guy that you sometimes.
Hey,
like,
we're Eiros. There's three of us.
Yeah.
Get over it, bro.
so.
Do with it.
We for a long time had been like toying with the idea of taking those next steps and becoming bigger and doing more professional
Putting a
things.
ring on it.
Definitely putting a ring on it. Although I don't know, I don't think I want to be tied to this one.
Whatever.
Don't want to be tied down.
He's already been tied down.
And I loved it.
Yes, he did.
That is not the video.
No, that's not the video.
Oh, he just gave it away.
Yes,
Exclusive sex tape.
What we actually went out and did was originally we were like, let's just do some kind of like live performance video or something, because obviously like the studio space here is not really set up for doing like full band setups.
Right.
So we were like, let's just do some live stuff. And then that eventually ended up turning into, you know what? Let's just shoot a fucking music video.
Yeah.
And so tonight we are premiering our first ever official music video that we've ever done
Hell yeah.
for a song that people actually haven't even heard yet.
Yeah.
So it's a new single as well.
It is a new single everything's going to be dropping tonight after we premiere the video.
Well, shit.
So you guys
new
get
single,
to,
new video.
Yep, you get to have the exclusive to play it first.
Stop it.
You're too kind.
So what's the new single called?
The song is called SOMME.
SOMME.
And it is also on the Great War EP. But it is, it's along with the same lines of same story theme as everything else on that with the World War I, Passchendaele and all that stuff. So yeah,
Nice.
and the video definitely reflects that. So
Yeah. I've seen it. It's nice.
yeah, so,
It's real nice.
It's real
but yeah,
nice.
so we can. You want to drop that shit?
Yeah,
like it's
let's
hot
do it.
and.
Drop it like it's hot.
We're gonna Snoop Dogg it, bro.
Snoop Dogg. Can't sing anymore because I'll get sued. All right. So
Freaking royalties.
This is SOMME by Eiros. All right.
Turn them mics up.
Turn them up real nice. So yeah, that was the new single and new music video for your song SOMME.
Yeah.
SOMME?
Psalm.
SOMME?
Psalm.
Psalm.
SOMME.
Yeah, it's a river.
Oh, okay.
Where there was a big battle.
battle.
Yeah.
Huge.
Probably, I think
Huge raging battle.
Psalm was like the longest running battle for the whole war, if I remember
Yeah.
right. It lasted for a long time.
Long, raging, throbbing battle.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, now that that's premiered, we can actually talk about it.
Yes, we can.
Like,
Yay.
we've been like keeping this in for a while.
It's been a
So
secret.
I mean,
You're like, oh, I feel so relieved now. The pressure's gone.
oh, yes. But keeping in lines with what you were talking about earlier with the blood, and you were talking about what your mixture of that and everything. When we were shooting the video, like you don't really notice it too much in the video, but I mean he has it in the video too. Like some of the shots you can clearly see it. I mean obviously we shot it in like grayscale old school like format, so it fit with all the old footage and everything.
Yeah,
we wanted to have that same tone thematically, but it was a mess.
Well, and it was so sticky, like my bass was sticking to my shirt.
Velcro. I gotta peel my bass off.
I had to splooge it all over my chest.
Just like our Friday nights, babe.
All right.
Oh, this bass is so sticky.
But that turned out so much better than I think any of us really anticipated for it to.
Yeah.
And I know like when we were getting like some of the early edits of it together, and I was like sharing some of the clips of it to these guys, I'm just like, holy fuck, guys. Like, this is actually turning out way better than I thought that it was going to.
I remember you kept sending me like clips.
Yeah.
I was like,
my
oh
God,
shit.
dude. Like, well, and that was the thing with you is I think I teased you even at the beginning, was like, so we're gonna do something.
You gave him blue balls, didn't you?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bastard.
But I was like, yeah, we're gonna do something for the podcast. And you're like, oh yeah, and I was like, and I sent you I think like a 20-second clip that I'd shot with my phone.
On the
of
editing.
the screen, of the editing screen of it, and you were just like, oh.
I was like, oh, I need more. You said that, I was like, hell yes.
But it is now should be officially available on all platforms.
Yeah, I posted the YouTube link as well.
Yeah, the YouTube should be on Spotify and iTunes and all that stuff. Should have all dropped tonight as soon as the premiered the video on here.
Wait, just that song or like the EP?
Just that song, that single, and all
Great
of that.
Wars EP's already out, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, kind of. There's singles from it.
find
That's right.
There's singles.
Passchendaele and
There's singles from it, but the whole thing isn't up on there yet.
I can't find
So
it
I've
on
gotta-
iTunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
It doesn't have Passchendaele or anything.
It should be.
I couldn't find. All I found was the old stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all I've ever found too.
really.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get on that.
Yeah, because it should be there on.
Passchendaele is.
Yeah, because if you go on,
Not on the Spotify.
Is it not on Spotify?
it's all on Spotify. I can tell you it is because I've been on there many times with it.
Wait, is it on iTunes but not Apple Music?
It should be on Apple Music as well.
Is it?
It's on iTunes. That's what I use.
It should be on Apple Music as well. It should be on all platforms. Excuse us while we research this real quick.
Yeah. Research team, where the are you?
He's not here.
But yeah, because on here.
Yeah, it's
they're
showing
all
up
here.
now. When I looked for it like a while ago, it didn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't show up. That's weird.
Yeah, and SOMME is now available on there now.
Yeah.
Just looking right
Okay.
now.
It's there.
It's there.
I synced it.
I synced it with my own eyes.
I synced it with my optical stems.
But
So what was it? What was the process behind the music video?
well, I mean, originally, like I said, we had toyed around with the idea of doing like a couple of live sets, like a couple of live songs, shooting them and recording them live, and then, putting it together to be aired,
I can hear someone's car running outside.
pre-recorded. But then it was just like it became one of those things that's not a car.
Sorry, I forgot to leave it at home.
It's a slight vibration. It's like a hum.
Why do you think Fenny's so quiet?
Oh, he wouldn't be quiet, trust me.
That's nasty.
But I think like because we, much like anything that we've done, be it our artwork, our shirts, our merchandise, the recordings, everything has been done by us. Like we did everything. We have our own, studio. We have our own setup that we do everything from.
Right.
You know, we don't have some kind of a label behind us or anything. We have our own label behind us. You know, we are our own label. We're doing it all ourselves.
Don't ask where it's at. We won't tell you.
So, like,
Peels it off.
You heard of the Bat Cave? It's kind of like that.
but like, so when it came to doing the video, it was like, let's just fucking do it ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, like, we can do this. Like, I mean, I've had some experience before in shooting small films, like student films, indie films, and small videos and stuff before. But this...
Small videos.
Yeah, it's pretty small. It's about... You got to use a telephoto lens.
I think what helped is you got that camera, and then you were doing like the video logs. So
yeah. I mean, I had bought a camera to use for shooting. I wanted to start shooting live shows more and helping out, you know, friends that are in bands and things, and on, you know, taking band photos and doing that kind of stuff. And I was like, I can just do this myself. Like, let's just do this. And so we shot everything ourselves. All the camera work was either done by me or him.
Yeah, because I have a similar camera. It's not as nice, but I'm used to the setup. So.
I don't do a lot. I just play drums, guys.
You're the one who kind of grounds everything though behind that kit. Like, everything kind of is around you, like, and like the energy you put forth in the back there. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
well, and it's like so little backstory. Zach taught me how to record and stuff when I was living with him. And then we weren't living together for, I mean, it's been, what, 11 years? 10 years? 10 years since, yeah. And so we both grew in that field and stuff like that. And I've been getting more into the mastering side of it, whereas Zach is still doing the recording and everything.
Yeah, more of the...
So it's nice when I do something, I can send it back to both of these guys because he can look at it from a technical aspect, and then Kevin just looks at it like a consumer more or less.
Yeah.
And he's brutally honest.
Oh God, yeah. Kev's not afraid to be like, man, this fucking sucks. Just do it again, man.
Like, you're wasting my time.
like, if, you know, I just feel like...
suck.
I will say,
Go
like,
kill
being in
yourself.
this scene and being around, you know, the Dickman brothers and being around everybody I've been, you know, musically involved with, I've been able to catch an ear for things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, you know, I know when something doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? Like, if there's something that's too high or too low or you're not hearing enough of, like, you know, I hear that, you know, and it's all thanks to everybody that I've been around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your ears are trained.
Yeah.
One thing that's nice, too, is so all three of us started out as drummers.
Yeah.
But Kevin's really the only one that's stuck with solely drums.
Yeah, I've played since I was 7 years old. So
I mean,
oh damn,
yeah.
But that's
Go
also
way back.
That's also having three drummers in this band is also part of what makes like writing the music fun, because if you notice, like, a lot of the stuff is very like percussive. Like,
yeah,
even the guitar parts are very, you know, they're not flashy. Like, it's very percussive,
heavy.
Straight to the point.
Yeah,
dude.
and anybody who's actually gone and seen us live has seen, you know, that we play around with the fact that we're all drummers.
Yeah.
There's a part in our set where we all play drums together in the set. And that's fun to do.
I will say that's probably one of my favorite parts of our set when everybody, because it's like
when you guys did, I saw that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, when we did it, Not Your Father's.
Yeah,
we've
that
done
was
it.
awesome.
We've done it at every show we've done.
Yeah, and I had a pedal that I lent to Zach here, and he's been playing with that thing too. So
yeah, it's nice because we have loopers. So that,
oh yeah.
So both of us have loopers now, and so we just loop that part. And
yeah, there's a part. You know, he's playing, we're playing our parts, and we just loop that measure basically. And then once that's looping, he's playing along with the loops, and then we are playing along with him.
Except for last show, somehow it got off.
It
worked
really
for like
need to,
2 rounds, and then
we really need to get some like
in
in-ears, because that would help a lot.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So if anybody wants to help donate some money,
There you go.
It is Christmas time. Yeah, you could help us out with that. But but
If you give, we will. Oh wait, no.
yeah, you
Don't
will
sign me
receive.
up for nothing
You
I'm
will
going to
receive.
regret, Penny.
You know, for
You give, Finney will definitely receive.
also for everyone that's watching, there is, you know, you might want to stick around later because got something special too.
Yeah, I mean, do we want to? You know, are we gonna?
Yeah, I mean,
We just gonna talk about it, or we want to? You know, lead them on again.
I'm down to lead people on.
lead all three of them on, and two of those are our wives.
Yeah, there's gonna be like some sort of
some sort of music stuff.
Yeah, some
later.
It's a little more.
I mean, I know it's surprising. It's a music podcast, but
It's a little more.
Well,
intimate.
I think I can say this. I'm pretty certain we are the first to ever do this
yes,
on here.
yes, you are.
So, yeah. So anybody who's watching live or will be watching the replay,
Yeah,
you'll definitely want to.
let's just say we're streaming in music and performing arts
Yeah.
tonight for a reason.
Yeah.
Usually we stream in the talk show and podcast category, but
Yeah. There's some performance arts aspects.
yeah, so
Do I want to know?
not
what that
much of a
is?
puzzle now. But technically, I didn't say it.
Donkey show. No.
Yeah,
I mean,
Kinky Kelly and the sexy stuff.
somebody back there on like a flute.
I mean, we really just felt bad for the horse.
What's that from?
40-year-old virgin.
Yeah. Honestly, just felt bad for the horse.
Kind of felt bad for the lady. I mean, he was really giving it to her.
Classic movie.
Dude, that was the thing too. When I was in California Color, like we didn't have cable and stuff, so we just and
Watch movies.
yeah, Netflix wasn't really that big back then and stuff. So we
Right.
just watched freaking movies all the time. It was like Step Brothers. and-
Step Brothers
yeah.
was a big thing
Wedding
for all of us
Crashers.
because that came out like when we were doing a riot.
Yeah.
So that was like when
Rule
I
number
was
74:
involved.
play like a champion.
And
Yeah.
I think for at least a good year or two, that movie was constantly being
yeah.
quoted amongst like this group of us.
Which one?
Step Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And still to this day, I quote stuff from Step Brothers. In fact, I think every time that I'm ever at Kevin's, I'm always like, I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum kit.
Hey!
Kevin gets there. Why y'all sweaty?
I was watching
cops.
I love the line. It's like I'm gonna take one of those hearing devices and shove it so far up your ass you're gonna hear your small intestines is producing shit, you old geriatric fuck.
He's like, that's it. I'm gonna do something I should have done a long time ago. Spanks him with the belt.
You're next. You understand me? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Spreckens a dick.
I think one of my favorite scenes in that entire movie is when they're sleepwalking for the second time and they're bringing presents up.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Oh my God.
And he's just like yelling. And he's like, I'm over this, you know.
I'm going to wake him up.
Yeah, and then they bring up the Christmas tree. And when they
best
did
part,
that,
have
dude,
you,
I was
have
in
you
tears.
watched like the like extended stuff, like the behind the scenes
Yeah.
of those takes, where
Yeah.
like all that stuff was obviously ad libbed.
Yeah.
Because they're trying so hard not to die laughing as he's like carrying in the tree and like throwing it at him.
So in that time frame, I had a habit of watching the video. I'd get so sick of watching the videos, I'd watch it with the commentary. I will say that movie has the best commentary ever.
Oh, dude, you got to watch the commentary with the
Oh, yeah.
director and the actors. You got to watch the movie and then do that because
Yeah, oh yeah, I tend to do
it's
that with almost
hilarious.
every one that I buy.
Yeah.
$20,000 nuts. My $20,000 nutsack.
You know, I was like that too. You know, we didn't have cable for a long time, so all I did, I would just buy movies. I have 2 shelves full of movies.
I got an entire box at
Yeah.
home, a huge box that's just
For
full.
people who don't know what movies are,
Damn millennials.
Yeah, they're just a really long TV episode.
yeah.
That you have to physically put
That's
in something.
not just a Star Wars movie.
Right.
Oh, go back to the days of Lord of the Rings.
It's like 4
marathons.
episodes all in one.
Right? You get to see the whole season.
That's actually pretty
At
good.
once.
It's the original binge watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually have to get up off the couch and put something in.
All right.
Usually I'm getting on the couch to put
Episode
something in.
6. Movie. Episode 6.
Oh man, we're old.
Yeah, very.
Wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it about that time? So
Yeah, I mean, I know that we brought you another song too, and that's a song that other people have already heard.
Yeah.
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 But that is something that we brought for you to play as well. we wanted to give you as much shit as we could.
Right.
Like without giving our entire catalog away for free.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I mean, we got to make something. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Come on, get.
Come on. So how many? So I mean, if we're gonna jump to that, we might as well talk about it for a minute.
Yeah.
So basically, you guys are gonna be doing an acoustic set,
Yes.
Yes.
and are you just doing one song or?
We're going to do a couple of them.
Yeah.
We're going to do 2. This is also something that we've never done
Right.
before as like in a live setting at all. I mean, I've played around with some of the stuff on my acoustic and stuff at home, but we've never tried to actually do this together. Like we know the songs. These are songs we've played many times.
What's
Right.
funny though is he only talked about one song initially, and I just was playing around on my acoustic and started playing another song, which is we're going to be playing tonight
Yeah.
anyway. So I was like, well, glad I practiced that.
Nice.
Yeah. So if those
That's
are
how much we, telekinesis. Yeah. It's fucking telekinesis, Kyle.
Yeah. You're just over there like.
it,
Wonder boy.
it's kind of scary to be honest.
I know. It is very scary sometimes.
But
Kill a yak from 200 yards away with mine bullets.
Motherfucking mind bullets.
That's telekinesis, Kyle. How about the power to move you? There's a little bend. A bend. I love Tenacious D.
Oh yeah. I've been on a tenacious
speaking of
D
which,
kick,
I think I still have your DVDs, by the way.
probably.
Which I have had
Bastard.
since we lived together over a decade ago.
Still has my mic cable. Still has
Jesus, just hoarding everything. That's how he keeps you coming around, right?
my anal V card. I mean, what?
Yeah, nobody's ever gonna get that.
Okay, now we got to cut stream.
I am glad this is not edited.
No, never.
There's a reason why he puts parental advisory warnings on.
So raw.
No, I took that off.
Oh man.
So you got some 7-year-old watching us right now. By the way,
Shouldn't
ask
have
where
been watching
babies
it.
came from.
Yeah. Don't look it up. Just
Why
ask.
is sperm
ask.
white?
Oh God, I forgot about that. The last time we were in here, that
Why
was,
is semen white? Yeah, that was the big.
what is it about this place, man?
I
Like,
don't know.
It's the white walls.
must be,
White walls.
and they're white for a reason, right?
Yeah. Now you can see this room from space.
Don't bring a black light in here.
But yeah,
Why are the walls tie-dyed?
Well, I found some drugs one night, and I really like those T-shirts, so I just went to town.
Found some drugs.
Yeah. Found me some drugs.
Found them on the outside. Found them in the street.
no, it was in the alley behind the Emerson.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Is that? Yep, that's crack.
If you need crack, visit the Emerson.
Yeah, it's on a ledge, like window. It's like when they put the pie out, but no, it's just they put crack
this is
out.
semen.
I mean, I'm not knocking the Emerson. The Emerson's, it's a classic.
Yeah,
But
it's-
it is a rough.
Dude,
it is a
dirty,
rough
dirty
place.
yeah. I've been to many shows there.
Yeah, so
So
have
I
I.
played them, but
So I have a poster of the bathrooms from
CBGBs.
CBGBs, and it's like that is the epitome of a rock place, like
Oh, yeah.
rock venues
Dude.
bathroom, and
Oh, fucking
you go to places like that.
The
and that's
Hoosier
exactly
Dome.
how the bathrooms
Yeah, the
are.
Hoosier
the
Dome.
Hoosier Dome.
Yeah,
is it like that?
Yeah.
It's like that. The
Well, it's
bathroom
all-
at the Hoosier
it's
Dome
like-
is like all covered in band stickers
Yeah.
and signatures.
whereas the
and,
bathrooms
like,
at the Emerson is all like graffiti and shit
just
written on the
piss
walls
and shit on the walls and like fucking
Dude,
There's so
hypodermic
much
needles in
graffiti,
the
you
corner.
can't even read any of it
Although-
anymore.
I went to a show down in where was it? New Orleans. I saw We Came as Romans and Number 12 It Looks Like You.
Mhm.
And those bathrooms that had like the old style like guillotine type
Mhm.
freaking flush. That was awesome. I took a picture of it.
So I think you guys read
who said that Emerson
well,
was awesome? Their name's like Black.
yeah, I don't know why it comes up black on here, but
Because
Blacker than the blackest night, dead
Yeah.
infinity.
black like my
we're gonna re-record it.
In the deepest, most darkest place.
Yeah.
The
I still think my favorite thing from that show was when their manager died and they were all like blowing money on stupid shit. And he's like,
Sinister.
I don't know. I can't read.
And they're
What's up,
like,
dude?
they're like blowing money on stupid shit. And he's like,
Dude.
he's like, check this out. I've got a champagne's dehumidifiers. And he's like, it's my California Condor bottle opener. And then all of a sudden you hear this, and he's like, was that Nathan? They go in there and he's just like,
Yo, guys, check it out. Scream activated lighting. Check it out. Say you come home and you can't find your keys. You're just like, whoa, there it is.
Hey, look in your buggy. I put the lady's tampons.
Damn it.
Oh, I miss Dr. Roxo.
Does it have pickles in it? Let me cause pickles, shit. Jesus. It's creepy, Dr.
Roxo, the rock and roll clown.
he used to fucking call me.
And then I like it when he like reads. He's like, seriously, dude, I do a lot of cocaine.
He used to
be my
call me,
ringtone, or
and
my,
he used to call me and leave voicemails like that on my phone as Dr. Roxo. We're like,
Some of our voicemails over the past few years have been pretty epic, to say the least.
many of them cannot ever be played in an open audience.
Oh,
So-
they're terrible.
Now we're gonna check out your what songs next.
I think I sent you. This is Darren Fang, which is.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for the host.
That's so metal. Yeah, metal.
Yeah.
Metal.
It's a song called Darren Fang. It is the first track on the Great War EP. It's the opener. It's also the one we've been opening our sets with.
Yeah.
Live.
Make them open up real wide.
Yeah, real bad.
Get them French fries. Get in real deep.
But yeah.
And we'll be back right after this message. All right, so we're gonna check out. What was it? I'm sorry.
Darren Fang.
Darren Fang.
Yes.
Darren Fang.
Duran.
It's German, yes.
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 All right, yeah. Let's check it out, and then we'll be back after the song with a live acoustic performance from Eiros.
Yeah.
First time ever.
Yeah.
Damn it, man! You're gonna make me hold that forever, weren't you? Like.
Yeah. Just.
Yeah, boy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. This is a little weird.
Like deer in the headlights.
Whoa.
So this song is on our first EP. It's the last track on the first EP. And it is called Limitless.
Thanks for the video, Sanister.
Yeah.
That feckin' rocked.
Yeah.
Thick.
With a PH.
All right, let's do this.
How many men must fall? Nobody knows the horrors I inflict. How many men must fall to hail the breathless call? As life passes through the gale, in the rains of Passchendaele, in the rains of Passchendaele. Rains of Passchendaele. And that's that.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. We actually pulled it off. Oh man. Yeah, that's God, I never thought I would have ever heard those songs being played on acoustics.
I know, it's weird.
I actually had to take a little bit of extra work to like rework them a little
Yeah.
bit. But yeah, so the first song was Limitless, which is kind of, that song kind of was a weird kind of introspective artsy poem basically
Yeah.
that I wrote and then put to the music. I have a tendency to write the music first and then move to lyrics afterwards. And in that case, I think I kind of had both of them, but I hadn't put them together. That wasn't my intent originally, and then just kind of put them together. The song that we just did is the song Passchendaele, which we've already released a single of. And that one actually seems to be probably one of the crowd favorites
Yeah.
when we play live. That one tends to go over really well.
That one gives my fingers a workout.
Gives my things, especially on these, man.
Oh, I know.
On these, it's really,
With
really
this,
a workout.
With this longer scale neck. It's and my tendonitis.
Tendonitis.
Yeah, I mean,
It's from years of drumming.
Yeah, that's what it's from.
I think I should be able to move it over to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, Brent. What's up, dude?
But
What's up?
Sup, dude?
Saw, dude.
Saw.
Sup, dude?
best
Dude.
grip ever.
Best grip ever.
It's from this motion. I swear.
It's, if I'm saying it right, Tudo
Tudo?
says I have a little challenge, and the challenge is to play Bohemian Rhapsody.
Fuck.
Hey, that's different. Usually somebody's like, Freebird! Dad, Freebird! Dad, my favorite song, Dad.
No. No.
Let me just whip a keyboard out of my ass.
Well, when you get it out of your ass, it'll do like the key slide.
See if I can. How does that go? Fucking. No. I think that's how it goes. Haven't put that in forever.
I know what song that is.
Ooh. Oh, there's your problem right there. There's my problem.
Got that J string all out of whack, man.
It's always the D string.
Yeah, perfect circle.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. I haven't played that
yeah.
in forever.
Sinister was.
We can do, here you go.
Somebody's honey is crowded my icebox. Somebody's cold one is giving me chills. Guess I'll just close my eyes.
Straight chills, man.
Yeah. Well, that's actually, we're in the right key for that.
I know.
Underneath the bridge, top has sprung a leak, and the animals I've trapped have all become my pets, and I'm living off of grass and the drippings from the ceiling. It's okay to fish, 'cause they don't have any feeling. Something in the way
Something in the way.
Yeah.
Hard to play when you're freaking drop stringed. Drop tuned.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I
the
mean-
strings get all floppy.
I mean, that's one of
I mean,
You gotta transpose everything on the fly.
Right.
that's one of the things that I have to say is is also fun about this band is like we all have very eclectic like influences.
Oh yeah.
Like, and when you listen to us, like the music that we make and we play, it's like nothing like the things that we all are into and listen to, like on a regular
Right.
basis. Like, are you squeaking over there?
yeah.
It's my knees.
Probably is at this point.
Giggity.
But I mean, what's fun is I think like we all three of us also come from that generation, and I know you do too, as far as of like that elitism bullshit is just like, why bother? Like, if you like
Right.
something, you like something.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if people were to look at my, music library on my computer, they would just be like, what the fuck?
Oh, dude, I got like blues, bluegrass,
Yeah.
heavy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got everything.
Freaking every single Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, yeah. But it's like, we also are a band that's like very much about like trying to help the local scene too.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're not at all one of those bands that's going to be like, hey, you fucking suck,
Right.
I mean, yeah, are there bands that we prefer over others by personal taste? Of course there might be
Right,
some.
right.
But when it comes to like local scenes, I think more bands need to work together.
Yeah.
Like, and I think
Absolutely.
I mean, when we played that show at the Hoosier Dome, that band that was played first, they were like, I mean, yeah, you could tell that was kind of one of their first performances.
yeah,
and
it was
stuff,
like a
but
high
it was
school
like-
band, but they were really cool. Like, and I think for as young as they were, it was really
Yeah,
impressive.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and they were doing like they were mixing in like ska stuff with like
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
and like they had like heavier moments, but then there was like ska moments with horns and stuff. It was like it was pretty impressive, and they were doing something different.
Yeah,
And it
it's
kind
very
of
indie, but I mean, it
yeah.
Oh, was that the metal versus indie night?
Yeah, that we played down in
Yeah.
Indianapolis. Yeah, and
I thought that was cool.
it was great. And then the band that came from Canada,
Yeah.
like they were really good too.
Yeah.
Canada, you see?
Yeah, Canada, eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
what was
man.
that band called?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I mean that's something that we've very much believe in is like trying to establish relationships and help each other out because especially right now with the music scene being the way it is, there really is no music scene.
I mean,
Right.
back when Zach and I started playing around here, I mean, we had the Skylight, we had
Oh, the
Downtown
Skylight.
Records.
Downtown
and-
Records was probably the best.
Really Brothers, Really
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
The trilogy.
The trilogy. I mean, there were things.
Underground.
Yeah. The
Oh, yeah, the Underground.
There was places all over, and now there's like none. I mean,
Yeah,
there's like
there's
maybe
nothing.
one.
No
I mean-
offense to Lafayette, but I mean, you've got to be either a hip hop group or a folk band to even
Yeah.
even
Yeah,
be
that's
noticed
true.
around here.
Yeah,
That's
and
true.
it's-
Or play country covers.
Yeah. I mean, and I understand like the movement. A lot of it's gone to DJs and things like that because it's cheaper for one.
Right.
But like,
Cheaper, they don't even pay us.
no, I mean,
Bagged milk. I said bagged milk. Bagged milk. Milk with an E. Milk.
but like, I don't know. I mean, and it's crazy how you run into these bands, and most of the time, the bands that have this like elitist attitude are some of like, honestly, like the guys that probably should be focusing more time on actually learning their instruments
Right.
than talking shit about other bands. Like, and I don't know. I mean,
Spend more time trash talking than they do.
yeah, yeah.
Sanister on here, him and I used to be in a band together.
Okay.
And so he just said, I was reminiscing the other night on stream all the old places to perform, like Skylight and all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff.
well, wasn't it? It was one of the times that I was on here. I don't know if I shared that meme to you, but there was that meme of like that was taken from the movie Logan, where he's like looking out the window, and it's like that look on your face when you drive by a place that you remember like going to a badass show at that's been closed for 5 years.
Yeah.
It's just like that sad look as he's just looking out the window.
When Downtown Records changed over to the
was-
venue,
Yeah.
one of the best shows ever was who was that one saw there?
What was that coffee place? Sacred Grounds.
Sacred Grounds.
Oh, Sacred
That
And
was
Sacred
another one.
Grounds, like they were like the Christian venue in
Yeah.
town. Like they would, but
Yeah.
they would bring in like they had.
Haste the Day.
Yeah, they had like Haste the Day and stuff that came through.
Kids in
and,
the Way.
I mean, Haste Today was
yeah, I mean,
somewhat a Christian.
well,
band.
yeah, but I'm saying as far as like, but they were a band
Oh,
that
yeah.
was getting play on like MTV and shit.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and they were playing this little tiny coffee shop.
Yeah, packed.
Oh,
like-
I saw Devil Wears Prada at the venue, and that show was fucking.
Oh, dude,
insane.
Devil Wears Prada was nuts there.
I was like right up, and they had their merch guy singing because Mike was sick or something.
Yeah.
But
Merch guy stepping up.
yeah,
Was it good?
yeah, actually
Yeah.
it was. It was really good.
Wow.
I saw. Let's see. Did they play with Heavy Heavy Lolo that night? Who was that was on that set?
I forget.
Because it was
dude.
Heavy Heavy Lolo.
Oh,
and-
yeah. Anchors for Arms. We used to play with this band called Anchors for Arms, and they would come through.
I remember that band.
And they were from, I think they're from Jersey or somewhere up there.
Dude, that piano at the Skylight sucked.
Yeah,
dick.
fuck that
Yeah,
piano.
No. Yeah.
It got to the point where we wouldn't even move it. We would
I
just
know, we would
extend
just-
the stage and we would like set up.
Oh,
Oh,
we
yeah.
would too.
Yeah.
We just shoved it against the wall and
Yeah.
call it good.
I hope they pushed it off the fucking back of the building, right onto the alley.
The Anchors for Arms, they would come through on tours in Jersey, from Jersey, and they were on Lobster Records. And they're always like, you guys got to get us a demo. I'm like, yeah, that costs money.
Like you see where we live, right?
Yeah. We're playing a coffee shop. But we'd always play, and there was always this one part we'd play, and because it was like really fast, but I would like scream and play it at the same time, and their lead singer would always be like, just down there like, and every time he'd be like, he's like, I still don't know how you do that.
That's one of the things like that when.
But it was so fun to pack that place.
Yeah, it was. It was easy to pack it too.
Yeah.
So easy to pack it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
packing fudge. Look, there's Tom Cruise and he's packing fudge. God damn it, I'm not packing fudge.
No, seriously, you're packing fudge.
You're literally packing fudge. 3 inches from your picking. Oh yeah, he'd get up like real close. He'd be like- those guys were cool. And then one time, Plea for Purging came through,
Oh, wow.
and they needed a band to fill in, and they called us, and yeah,
Lucky.
yeah,
lucky.
we'd be right there.
That's how we got on some of the shows at Emerson's. Cause
Yeah, they would just call you.
we were just on rotation for any time there's a metal show.
Why does that sound weird now? There we go. I think it's because it was.
Yeah, it's probably
You're picking up off the
Yeah.
condenser.
But yeah, like you saying, there's nowhere to play unless you're country or folk.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, a lot of it, I mean, not to get too much into just like the local music scene, I guess, but I mean, because I know this has happened all over the country, but we had some issues at some venues that happened.
Yeah, that's true.
And that really put a damper on it. Like that hurt a lot. I mean, let's see there was 2 shootings within a year.
Yeah.
And like, unfortunately for bands like what we do, like playing like hardcore music or like metal music or like anything that's like heavier or more aggressive sound, a lot of us got lumped in with a lot of like the gangster rap people that would come in and all of that because it was that crowd of like, you don't want to bring these bands in because they cause a ruckus and whatever.
They're gonna start moshing.
That actually happened to us. The public library was trying to have like a concert, so they booked a few bands and they called Skylight asking for bands and they recommended us, and that's an awesome story. We played the public library inside and had a circle pit inside the library.
God,
Nice.
and
We were fresh out of the
that
studio,
probably
too.
Never happened again.
No, never happened again.
That's one thing. We played a lot of one-off shows at places because like we'd come in with a group of us and they'd start moshing and stuff like that. Like, oh, we can't have this.
Yeah, no moshing, but dancing's okay.
And I don't know,
Kicking
like,
people in the face is fine.
Well, and what drove me nuts was like both incidences that had happened were at shows that were like pretty like gangsta rap artists that had come from Chicago, and the beef was from somebody from Chicago who drove all the way down to Lafayette to shoot up somebody that they knew was going to be there.
Yeah.
And then like
Fucking
all
ruin
of
it for
us,
everybody else.
all of us ended up losing out on venues and stuff because of
It's
it.
like Nick's would have been a great place.
Nick's was incredible until that happened there, and then Nick's went under.
I watched the show, and then the next week they closed it down because somebody got shot.
Yeah.
Which, and like other places have tried to open up there, and it just doesn't last.
That's right. Sinister. We had to use the library's house PA.
Oh
yeah. We blew the speaker, like the
I was
speaker
gonna say,
in
I
there.
bet you blew speakers.
Well, there was a band there, and they like had a PA, and we're like, oh, sweet. And they just after they were done playing, they took it down and left. I was like, oh,
that's lame.
I was like, hey, there's other bands here, and you have a PA. Can we use it? No. I was like, okay.
You're not good enough for a PA.
Which was weird
Well, and
because
we always came from like that scene of like, of course, a lot of it was like the bands that we played shows with. We knew everybody in them. Like we were good friends with everybody, and we would all play shows together all the time. It was kind of like this rotation of bands that would play together. And so it was like if somebody had like broke a string or like when you broke your
I
neck.
broke my guitar. I flipped it and the strap ripped and it went up and hit the stage at Skylight.
straps.
Yeah.
It was a Levi strap too. But Levi, whatever. But
It was Levi's strap? Well, why'd you have his?
and we were playing with P-Off and I had to grab Todd's bass to finish the show because I broke my neck in half.
Damn.
But I mean, that was the thing is we came from a scene where everybody was cool with that stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when we did ACDN, it was before you joined. When I was still playing drums, we did a show in Delphi, and we used to go crazy. And you were playing in California Color at the time, and we played together that night. And you remember I built that fucking 4-foot drum riser, and I had my big set up on top of there.
And I jumped off that thing.
Yeah, and at the end of the set, we were known for like doing chariot style craziness of guitars flying, instruments flying, drums getting knocked over, like
people getting hit in the face.
Yeah, I mean, and it was like I was on this 4-foot. I was on the 4-foot drum riser, and I pushed my whole kit off that drum riser and almost hit our vocalist, like missed him by just inches.
Jeez.
And then like stuff was just getting thrown all over. My brother smashed a guitar all over the floor. It was just a mess. And then the crowd for like a minute and a half or 2 minutes was just like chanting encore. They wanted us to play another song.
We're like, we broke all of our shit.
Exactly. Like we broke everything. What do you want to do? So like I had to ask Ryan Clem for his kick pedal because my kick pedal was like in pieces.
Yeah.
And like so it's like
didn't you make a hybrid set out of his kit and your
we
kit?
we kind of mixed pieces together. Some of the pieces that were on the floor of mine, some pieces of his.
And he was like, don't break it.
No, yeah, exactly. No. And we didn't.
You should
mess
see
other
Clem
people's-
play. Clem doesn't. He goes through symbols like a woman goes through tampons. I mean,
But yeah, it was. I mean, although I have, that is one of the fun things about like with Eiros is like we all have that same mentality with Eiros. Like we were all fans of bands that did crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like throwing guitars and jumping around on
Oh yeah, I mean,
stage
if you were a
and,
guitar
like,
player, you were learning how to swing your guitar around your neck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
You had that.
I had that little Washburn.
Yeah, with the
no
headless-
headstock.
yeah.
Had
Yeah.
no headstock, and that thing was like this big.
it was from,
So I
it was
could
from
just,
the
like,
80s.
I
yeah,
could
it was-
freaking throw it
like,
around. Like
and
crazy.
there's videos if you go look at like the old OHR videos on YouTube
Yeah.
and stuff. There's videos of him like doing like bass guitar swings with
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
thing. Like
Well, we would do it, but we would just duct tape our straps to our guitars,
we used to do that too.
so that
Yeah.
way when we threw it around, it wouldn't like go anywhere.
Well, that's what happened to my strap. I had it duct taped, but it ripped like right at the seam.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I was pissed. That was my
Yeah.
favorite strap too.
Damn, that's my favorite jacket.
Had pinup girls on it. Yeah.
Pinup girls.
But
So much duct tape.
yeah, so
Yeah, and then you did it at that same show in Attica when we came as Romans and
I
close
did,
to home.
yeah I and there's video of that too.
It
And
goes flying off, hits a freaking.
it hits a mic stand, almost hits our vocalist
Yeah.
in the back of the
Almost hit
head.
Neil.
Yeah, it almost hit Neil.
My God.
But that was actually the screw ripped right out of the body.
That's right. I
Yeah.
remember that.
But we had taken some time off this year after we played our last show back in October around Halloween, and then we took time off so that Kevin and I could focus on the stuff with ACDN and that reunion show and stuff. And but I will say that after the first of the year, like there's going to be a definite push again for us doing live shows. We've already got a show coming up in January, which I can't really give a whole lot of information about yet.
Right.
But we do have something coming up in January. I've got several other people that have been contacting us about setting up more stuff. So keep an eye out. I mean, I have a feeling this next year, and I know like we've been working on like throwing some ideas around as far as like writing some new material as well, and actually doing stuff all together. Because pretty much everything up to this point has mostly been written by me, and then they get the stuff and then they kind of tweak it to their feel. And but this is like I'm really excited actually to write full stuff with these two. Like
It'll
like
be fun.
it's and just from what little bit we've already kind of thrown around, I think people are going to be shocked at the difference. Like the complexity in particular, I think it's going to be more.
Sinister Stead, Eiros, any more acoustic songs up for a listen?
I mean, there's songs that, like I know I could pick. I don't know. I'd have to try to figure out how I would do something.
Not rehearsed.
Not rehearsed. We have song like we could pick any song from our set list and try
Yeah,
it.
I'm down. Hey, turn this mic down real quick.
Oh yeah,
Let's
sorry.
see. Let's see. So what's one that could be? Trying to think of one that we could do. I don't know how we would do that one though, because that one's like I scream that entire song pretty much. Although no, I guess the verses I sang most of the verses. But I might be able to. Although that second verse I still have never completely written, so I kind of change it every time that we do it.
Just do,
We could do.
Let's do it.
I don't know how I do the vocals for it, but I can figure that out on the fly, I guess. I suppose I could just do it all spoken word. Could do it, get some finger snaps. I could do it all spoken word. That one's what? Moisello? the village. Probably try that one.
All right.
Gonna turn him up so that we can hear his. Oh yeah. This could very well be a train wreck, though. I'm warning you.
Bear with us.
This could very much be a train wreck.
Which one are we doing?
Moisello. We have never tried this before acoustically. And it's also been, what, a month and a half since we've even played?
Really?
Yeah.
I got it now.
So yeah, this song's called Moisello, which translated is My Village. very tempting to actually scream that, but I had to like not do it. Oh man. That is literally the first time we've ever done that acoustically.
Yeah.
We've never ever done that acoustically. I've never even attempted to do that one acoustically.
That was pretty cool though, acoustic.
Let's see.
So I will say, you know, this is a music podcast, and he is one of my influences. Gene Simmons lost his mother yesterday.
Oh,
She
yeah?
was 93 years old. Yeah, he was really close to her, so my thoughts go out to Gene and his family. I hope he recovers and all that shit.
Right. Yeah.
I feel
It's
for him.
crazy. What'd you say, 93?
93 years old.
Jesus, I could only wish to make it to 90. Although I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be to 93.
Dude, if I'm 93, I hope I go out in like a skydiving instant.
Did you see like some of the speeches that were being given, like, the eulogies for H.W. Bush, where like W was talking about that with his dad, about when he went skydiving when he was 90.
Good old HWB.
When he's like, yeah, he chose to go skydiving like near he landed in the yard near the church where his mother was married, and Barbara basically was joking, saying, well, he did that just in case the chute didn't open.
Sanders said, "This is sick. Sick dudes. That was killer." Just amazing.
Didn't we already do that?
I was born on the 4th of July with a gun in my head and the flag to my back. I suck a breeze, big till it's dry, and scream burn, motherfucker, as a well burned down. Yeah. I'll be your number one fan. To the master's plan. I'll be your number one fan. Oh yeah. To the sycophant. One by one, they line up fast. This is the verse that I always make up because I don't have any lyrics that I really like, so I change it every fucking time. Ow! Yeah!
Alright, I forgot the bass part.
I'll be your number one fan. How to the master's plan. I'll be your number one fan. Yeah, yeah. Hell to the sycophant. I'll be your number one fan. Head to the master's plan. I'll be your number one fan. All right,
I'm just waiting for the cops to knock on the door. Sir, you need to turn down, sir.
I had to do it at least once.
That is all you're getting out of us, man. We're not playing no more.
Oh man, that's way more than we ever even considered doing.
Yeah, I forgot to continue on that bass part there. My bad.
Oh man,
It's been a while since I played that one.
Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do
Wouldn't be proud of it.
That's so perfect for this week. Yes.
That was perf.
Did you dad?
That was perf.
Did that.
Well,
Oh, we're almost at the 2-hour mark.
we are. So you guys have a show coming up, possibly in January.
It is in January.
It is in January.
We'll give more information out as soon as we get more information about it.
Sanister said, "Dude, Eiros, killer. Thank you."
Well, thank you.
Thanks, buddy, for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Anyone else
Shit,
watching,
yeah.
thank you.
yeah, and make sure, like I said, SOMME is now available. Like you can go on to our YouTube page. You can watch the video on there.
I'll post the link right now.
That's also available should be on all streaming platforms as well as of tonight. So
So that's the link to their YouTube. Their video that premiered tonight is on there now, so you can watch it at your viewing pleasure.
Heck yeah. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get as many views as we can on that bitch.
Hell yeah. Definitely deserves it. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for putting together an acoustic set. Thanks for coming over. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
I got blisters on my fingers.
I got blisters.
Got blisters on my fingers.
Oh look, Ringo wrote a song.
Right there on the fridge.
So definitely huge shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. Can't wait to hear you guys play a live show again.
We'll come back anytime.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
welcome back anytime.
Oh yeah. We
Zach's like, I know.
we will definitely come anytime.
I said, come back.
Oh, you mean like that?
I can
No.
come on your back, bro.
No, not like.
like Superman that hoe?
So we will be back the 16th. We are having on the Underground Vault. They're from the UK,
Oh, nice.
so it'll be early here. It'll be noon, but it'll be 5 p.m. there. So
Oh.
they'll be on. They're pretty cool guys. So
Nice.
Hell yeah.
yeah. So, you know what I got to do?
What do you gotta do?
I got to poop.
He called the poop shit.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Call that shit poop.
So definitely huge. Thanks for the biddies.
Got
You're
them
awesome.
biddies.
Yeah, the biddies.
The biddies.
100, come back. 100 biddies, come back. So yeah, huge shout out to you guys. Yeah, definitely give them some love. The links are posted there in the chat. They're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can catch all their music on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. No,
It's not
that's
Stitcher, but,
podcast.
fucking. God, it's like Napster, Deezer, like
Yeah, Deezer.
Deezer, all
Yeah.
of those. Like,
Nice.
It should be everywhere.
Sweet. So yeah, see everyone next week, Sunday. We'll see everyone Sunday, the 16th.
Sunday.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Sunday.
You all are awesome. Take care.
Like this.
Look at a picture of you guys sitting there with your.
Yeah. Lick it. Yeah. Like this.